the red pill, blue pill philosophy you created, are you aware of how it's being applied online in regards to dating and mating?
Well, the red and blue, according to the Matrix, is one thing, and it's copyrighted and trademark. But the red and blue, on the other hand, is a generic. It's just like this. The word cola is a generic. No one can copyright or trademark the word cola. No one can copyright or trademark the word Matrix. Now, I copyrighted the Matrix, and you know all of my characters, the Oracles, Morpheus, Neo, the Terminator, and all of the ones that I've created. Okay, but when you copyright and trademark, you can't, like I told you, copyright a generic. So anybody can use cola. That's why Pepsi Cola, RC Cola, Shasta Cola, you see what I'm talking about? Coca-Cola. That's a trademark, that's registered. So now you're talking about red and blue pill. That could be the pill that the doctor is talking about. Because when I'm talking about the red and blue pill in the Matrix, it's talking about when you cut God's children, red blood come out. When you're dealing with the machines and you break them and knock them over, blue and black oil come out of them. Or and if you're dealing with paper, it's the red pen that gave you your final grade. It's the blue and black ink that the teacher could actually change the grade. You see what I'm talking about? That's the Matrix. But red and blue out here, pills, those are nothing but generics because they're not talking about the Matrix. You take the red pill, you see how deep the rabbit hole goes. When you're digging for truth, you see how far truth gets. The more you dig, the more you're going to discover the truth. You do like Cypher, take the blue pill, kill for the lie, go to sleep. No, you're not eating steak, you're eating mush, but that's fine because there's a lot of people that are taking the blue pill right now and doing nothing about any negative stuff that's going on here on earth or in America. There are the blue pill people and the red pill is unplugging or plugged in. That's what the Matrix is about, not the red and blue. Anybody can wear the red and blue. In fact, our country is red and blue. You know what I'm talking about? The colors is part of it. Red, blue, and white. You see what I'm talking about? The American flag. So they're not representing the Matrix, I'm sorry. They're just representing Matrix poker, not the Matrix. Matrix Toyota, not the Matrix. Matrix conversion, Matrix insurance, not the Matrix. Not the one and the zero where the logos are raining down. Didn't come from a sushi recipe. The binary codes of the machines are the 1 and the 0. So if they're talking about sex and they're talking about red and blue, they're talking generic. That's all they're talking about. Anybody can do that.
Would you consider that a disservice to what you created? Or?
No. You're talking about colas and the word Matrix. The word Matrix come out of the Bible. It's a 7,000-year-old Latin word for the woman's womb, her stargate or portal. The difference between a man and a woman is the matrix, not the vagina and the penis. That doesn't determine what you are. What determines what you are is a woman can have a baby. A man will never have a baby. He will never have a stargate, which is called the portal, which is called the matrix, a feeding tube called the umbilical cord, breast milk, or estrogen to expand that womb for 9 months until that baby comes. So you're not fighting over the matrix. You can't even get nowhere near. Plus, the matrix is mentioned 5 times in the King James's Bible. 3 times in Exodus, 2 times in Numbers. Exodus 34th chapter 19th verse, God said, he who opens up the matrix that come out of a woman's stargate or portal or his children born with they're three-dimensional beings. The astral body, blood, water, and spirit. The physical body, the transportation that takes 9 months or 36 weeks for that body to be made while she's carrying it. The third body is the seed or the soul that attaches at 12 weeks. So at the 12th weeks, a doctor will not perform an abortion because she's killing a living soul or a living seed. Because everything that God has created, He has created it with a seed of continuation. So when you see an apple with seeds, a watermelon with seeds, a grape, those are creations that are coming from God. But when you see a seedless watermelon, a seedless grape, a seedless apple, that is coming out of the laboratory of man. And even the animals won't touch it because it's nothing but a living amoeba that you're eating. And the animals and the dogs and the cats and the birds and the insects, they can see the truth. But man is blind. All he sees is food. You're eating a living organism. That's what the animals see. You're eating an amoeba. Nobody's going to tell you that. Oh, no, they're going to tell you that. Watch the dogs. Watch the cats. Go out and buy a seedless watermelon. Go out and buy a seedless grape or seedless anything, and then try to feed it to your dog. Try to feed it to the cat or the birds or the insects. Watch them run from it. Watch they snoop their nose and walk away. But man cannot even see. He's blind. He can't see the truth. Hybrid's been here for years. What is a hybrid? You take a horse that's big, but he's weak. You take a donkey that's little, but he's strong. And what do? You splice them and you get a mule. Now this mule is big as a horse and he's thick and strong as this donkey, but he can't have no baby. He's seedless, soulless. Because man spliced him and made him. Man has created a lot of stuff here. Can you tell what man has made and what is God? Everything that God has created has a seed of continuation. It's called an atom, A-T-O-M, not an Adama, not a man, but an atom, A-T-O-M. What is cloning? When I take you and make a copy of you. That's what cloning is. How do I clone you? You take a scientist or a doctor. I get your DNA, put it in a syringe, get an egg, and insert your DNA into that egg, and then put it into a matrix, a female womb, if I'm creating a living being. A copy. If I'm going to do a horse, get the horse DNA, put it in the egg, put it in a female's horse womb. Look at the 60 Minutes on YouTube or the polo player who did not want to lose. He had a horse that was winning all the time. The horse died on him, but he continued to cheat all the polo players because he cloned 100 and some horses, because the horses do not last long. So he can keep winning the purse, and they didn't know any better. They thought it was the same horse. If the horse has a star on its head and his DNA come back when he's cloned, the star might be on the horse's flank, it might be on his leg, it might be on his chest, anywhere but on his forehead, because that shows you the real horse, and the clones all are mimicking. So if one horse that's cloned turned to the right, the other 10 horses will turn to the right. He turned this way to the left, the other 10 horses will turn. Because clones, all they do is mimic. And they have no knowledge up until when they died or when they were cloned. So if they were cloned in 1999, everything they learned from birth up to 99 is the only knowledge they have. It doesn't matter when they get here and it's not 20 or 2021 or whatever, they cannot retain any of that knowledge because they were cloned with this set of knowledge. That is the only knowledge they have. Even with living beings, any living being that's cloned right now, you will know it's a clone because he cannot go past when he was cloned. Any knowledge of a living being, they grow and evolve with knowledge every day as long as they're alive. But if you die, and you die at a certain year, if you die in 2022, that's the only knowledge you're going to retain, and you'll have all the news in the media and your experience and the people you know up to 2022. You're not going to go past that. Even if you try to talk to them, they cannot go past that. You need to understand what clones are, because a lot of people have no clue. I have to break it down to you. Very important information. And clones are like this. You go look at the old black and white movie called Body Snatchers, where they were snatching people and killing them and cloning them. And if you look at the cloning process, it shows you cloning, how it bubbles up, the little atoms bubbles up, and they metastasize, they splice or split, and they grow into a body. And how do they test the clones from the living beings? The living beings have souls. They have seeds of continuation. They have love and compassion. And they have emotions and feelings. So here are clones and here are living beings. And someone is going to jump off of the roof of a building. If that person jumps off the roof, the living beings are going to start screaming and crying and remorseful and hurt, whereas the clone is not going to react at all. No emotions, nothing. No souls, no seed. Just a living organism, an amoeba. The doctors and the scientists are not going to tell you what I'm telling you in The Matrix and Terminator. I'm unplugging you. The Terminator is one epic story. Terminator End Time Revelations. That's where Terminator come from, is Revelations. And what is in Revelations? The second coming of the Christ. And what does it say? That the second coming of the Christ, because the first coming is in the Bible that you guys know about. What I wrote about was the second coming of the Christ. What is going to be happening in the future for him to come back, where he has to be born of a woman, Sarah Connor. So what? The machines, the artificial intelligence, the AI, the clones, the drones, the test tube babies, the petri dish babies, the inseminated, artificial inseminated babies, the gender benders, gender manipulated babies, or the machines born that's going to rule and war against God's children. What I wrote was the second coming of the Christ, done in science fiction form, a story that you will not even process because it's not religious, it's spiritual. The evolutions of conscious, when man evolves his conscious where he can see the truth, where he can see 100 years into the future, the technology that's coming. Man versus the machines that God talked about in Revelations, where he said that man's children, these are the drones, the clones, and the test tube babies and so forth. What would they do? They will smite the heel of God's children, and God's children would stump the head of the machines. In the future, man, the rebellion, the revolution is going on. And the rebels and the machines are warring. Except the machines, the Terminators, know that a baby is going to take them out in the future. And this baby, destined to be born by Sarah Connor in the past. JC, John Connors, Jesus Christ, grows up to be Neo, one and the same in the Matrix. Past, present, and future time travel, where the machines They will terminate. They're determined to terminate Sarah Connor. They time travel to destroy her so she won't have the baby. But Kyle Reese, a rebel in the future battling the machines, time traveled to protect her. And while he's protecting her, he inadvertently falls in love with her and gets her pregnant. But he has to go back to the future from where he came. And now it's the Immaculate Conception because she's in love. She's pregnant with a baby. Was it a dream? Did it happen? But she has the proof in her womb, her matrix, on her way. And then you see the teenager, but he sleep consciously. He doesn't know who he is. And the Terminator is trying to kill him. Then you see when he's a man-child, the Terminator is still trying to kill him. And then he's hidden in the future, in the matrix, until the rebels come and wake him up at 33 years of age. The rebellion, the revolution starts. They take him to Morpheus to train him to fight the machines. They then take him to the oracle for the prophecy. So he'll be prepared for his journey, the journey of the one. I'm the only one that can write this story. I'm sorry. It came from a copyrighted script and a copyrighted book that was already published and out. The copyrights are 81, 83, and 84. Terminator didn't come out, the movie, till October the 26th, 1984. My third copyright, February 6, 84, still beats the movie. Matrix didn't come out till March the 31st, 1999. Are you kidding me? They wrote about me in the Los Angeles Sentinel that I was coming out with the first black science fiction, first of its kind, never ever seen before on any movie screen. So our kids can aspire to become anything they want to, including President of the United States. The late Julian Bonds congratulated me, and the NAACP, I won the Rosa Parks Award and numerous awards, the Oneness Award, the same as Teresa, Mother Teresa, and Muhammad Ali. And I've won the Women of Wealth Awards, the Las Vegas Music Awards, the LinkedIn Award, many, many awards celebrating the Illuminatis, the mobsters, the American gangsters, the ones here in Vegas. That's right, Frank Lucas and all of them, the American gangsters, the celebrities, the elite, the Illuminatis, the Rothschilds. Many, many people have celebrated me for that work. It is the common people who do not know who I am and what my legacy is upon this earth, or what I have accomplished and what I have given to the multitude. It is God's words, it is God's message, inspired by Him and the character Neo, Muhammad Ali, at that time a living black legend that I was engaged to be married to from 1980 to 83. While I was at USC, I'm a Trojan, went to school with Marcus Allen and Ronnie Lott, James Sinclair, August Curley, Dennis Johnson, the Moore brothers, and many, many others. Charles White was on his way out, a Heisman winner. Marcus, Heisman winner. Anthony Davis, my boyfriend, Heisman winner, who had me to come to SC in the first place.